And welcome in, everybody. We are here for season 2 of the Pigskin Junkies. We are live here getting ready to call the game of the week between the defending Super Bowl champion Chicago Bears, controlled by Zan, and the Carolina Panthers, controlled by D-Kid Nice, in a rematch of the previous year's NFC Championship game. I am McCarley 330. I'm alongside with the Freeze, and we'll be calling the action for you today.
How are we doing, everybody? Real excited for this matchup. As McCarley said, a rematch of our NFC Championship Season 1. It was a great game, which saw Zan prevail. A lot of running, so expect some smash mouth football here in this matchup, everybody.
Yeah, we saw a lot of the run game between these two guys, two of the most dominant runners in the league last year. We'll see Dalvin Cook for the Carolina Panthers, and we will see Leonard Fournette for Zan and the Chicago Bears.
And funny enough, these were the two league rushing leaders last season. It was Dalvin Cook ahead of Leonard Fournette by about 500 yards, but both of these players with their running backs eclipsed that 2,000-yard mark, 2,200 by Zan roughly, and 2,700 by D-Kid. So you know that these two backs are going to get a lot of work. The question will be, when it gets down to the deep down and distance, those 3rd and 8s, those 3rd and 10s, those 3rd and longer than 10s, what do these men have in their pass game to be able to get this done? Because they are both going to bring a lot of pressure. Zan's going to bring that 3-4 bear look. DK is going to bring that heavy blitz where he's looking 7 or 3-4 odd more times than not. It's a real tough look to go against.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Zan, obviously, for those of you who don't know, Zan went 19-0, winning the Super Bowl, running the table last year in Season 1 of the Pigskin Junkies League. Already this year, we've seen the Denver Broncos and MXC Jimmy get his first win in the Pigskin Junkies League. Will today be the day we see Zan take his first loss in the Pigskin Junkies League?
The DK has got a game plan to do it. He's very similar to how Zan wants to play. So really, it's possible, but it's hard to bet against the champ, and it's hard to bet against somebody who's 19-0 right now.
Yeah, and that leads into my next question for you, Freeze. Who do you have in this game, in this rematch of the two NFC Titans? Who are you picking in today's game?
I'm not one to go against the trend right here. I think that Zan is going to find a way to get this done. It's going to be a gritty game. I don't think a lot of points are going to be scored either way. But in those types of games, that's kind of Zan's cup of tea right there.
All right, well, Zan will get the ball first. He'll take over on his own 21-yard line, so we'll see what he's got here on 1st and 10. He likes to run out of that single back wing tight U. We'll see him mix in some strong close, I'm sure. We'll see what he comes out here in 1st down. Both players will now be setting their audibles. So we asked the question here in the chat, while these two players are setting their audibles, who do you guys think is going to win this game? We'd love to hear from you. Obviously, Zan, the defending Super Bowl champion, DK, the defending NFC runner-up. So who's got the edge tonight?
Yes, let us know in the chat comment section. I'm looking at it right now. We got D Grizzle in here asking if we're ready for some football, and I am ready for some football. We will have Zan taking the first possession here, which means that DK will get the ball at the start of the second half.
Well, here comes Zan. Here comes Zan. I'm also picking Zan. He's coming out in that wing tight U. He had a really good game plan for DK's run game, so I predict him to do the same here and win this game here tonight. He's going to start off with a stretch to the left. Leonard Fournette, first carry of the season, going to get out to about the 25-yard line, call it a gain of 4. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. Nice run there from Zan, just to kind of establish the tone and let DK know what he's in for.
Yeah, see, and as we were talking about in the Super Bowl, Zan is going to be really content with 4 yards. 4 yards on a run for Zan on 1st down, that is a win, and he will take that over and over, because if you get 3 of those, that's a 1st down right there. You don't got to throw the football.
Yep, here he is on 2nd and 6, still in the same formation, that single back wing tight U. He's got Andrew Luck under center. We did see some personnel turnover for Zan. Obviously, Russell Wilson led him to the Super Bowl last year. He's going with Andrew Luck this year. Another stretch to the left. This time, Fournette a little bit bottled up there. He only gained 2 on this play. Actually, they'll call it 1.5. 3rd and 4 is where the spot at the 26-yard line. So now a 3rd and 4 for Zan here.
Now, DK is doing a good job playing this run, but the run is still on the table here for Zan on this 3rd down. He could easily take a stretch for 4 or 5 yards or bump a dive outside. Let's see what he does.
Seeing a lot of Zans in the chat, a lot of DKs. Let's see what we got here. Zan, first third down of the season for Zan. Here we go. It comes on his first possession. He's going to motion St. Brown from the right to the left. He's going to hand the ball off to the left side. It's Fournette. Fournette trying to fight for some yards. Can't get there. He'll be spotted down at the 27-yard line, forcing Zan into a 4th and 3 after a gain of 1.
And Zan is going to go for this. That DK's run defense is nice right now. Ooh, looks like he switched to the punt.
Looks like he decided to punt. I'm a little surprised as well. He thought about going for it, but DK does have nice run defense. He's going to punt the ball, Will Zan. That's going to give DK the first possession of his season just 40 seconds into the game here. So DK forces a nice 3 and out. We'll see what he's got. Looks like Zan's going to set up that 3-4 bear. What are you looking for DK on offense here?
Dalvin Cook, stretch right, and then he's going to look to play off. Well, stretch either way, but he's going to look to play off that stretch. Once you overcommit or overallocate a lot of resources to defending that stretch because it's a strong run, he's going to look to go to the backside on a dive. He's going to look to hit some passing stuff. DK is a very aware player of what's going on. He's going to take what's given to him, but he wants to establish this run with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, looks like DK is trying to set up that strong H wing. That is a very tough formation to defend in any defense that you run. Zan, obviously one of the best defensive minds in the Madden community. Looks like he's going to come out in the 3-4 bear, and definitely we do have the strong H wing here. Teddy Bridgewater under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook's got some space across the 40 and has finally met across the 40 at the 44-yard line. 15-yard gain on first down for DK there. Pierre Dessert makes the stop. Again, the strong H-wing here for DK. Nice. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We'll see what he's got here from the 44-yard line. Looks to give the ball again to Dalvin Cook, I'm sure, and that's exactly what he'll do. Stretch to the right. This time bottled up a lot better for Zan. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you see the outside corner for Zan right there, number 21, breaking off that block and making the stop. Maybe he changed his play up, but you see Zan coming out in that 3-4 bear. Back to that first run here, the first play of the season for DK, I think that if he would have stayed outside and tested the sideline, he had the speed to maybe burn Desir and one play house that.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that's what he's going for. That first play could have been a touchdown. Definitely saved one there. Again, now we're going to go here in the trips tight end formation for D-Kid Nice. Let's see what he's got. He's going to motion Jones across from the left to the right. Zan looking to adjust on defense as well. The snap, he's going to drop back to pass. Will Bridgewater immediately under pressure, tries to get rid of it and cannot. Unbelievable play by Bobby Wagner. What a sack there. 3rd and 21 for D-Kid there.
Yep, and that's that 3-4 bear look where he sends that blitzer from the weak side from deep, not from on the line, or the contained blitz from that side. And really, it doesn't matter. You see, DK had a lot of stuff on that side. He had a tight end and running back to block there. Did not matter. That's going to be a tough blitz for him to stop this game.
Yes, and after an unbelievable play by Bobby Wagner, that sets up DK at 3rd and 21 from his own 33. So after what was a promising drive, now he's going to drop back to pass here on 3rd down. He needs something. Looking, and again, he's going to take a sack. It's a fumble, and Taco Charleston scoops it up. Who's going to catch him? Nobody. And Zan strikes first here. That's a scoop and score for Taco Charleston, the big fella, getting it done here. Touchdown, Chicago Bears.
Very befitting that Zan, one of the greatest defensive minds in Madden, scores with his defense for the first time of this season 2 here. Really not what you want from DK. You got to get rid of that football, but really more so before that, you need to stay ahead of the sticks. A runner, unfortunate he got into that down and distance, and really going to be a tough answer here for DK.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for D-Kid, but what a defensive call by Zan there on 3rd and 21. Knew he had him on the ropes, had to go for the knockout punch, and that's exactly what he got. So now we'll see how D-Kid responds after that scoop and score. He's obviously going to get the ball back. Zan going to kick it off now after tacking on the extra point. 7-0 Bears. Still 2:37 to go in the first quarter. Plenty of time left. All the time in the world for D-Kid to get something going. He's going to take over at about the 37-yard line, so we'll see what he does here on 1st and 10.
But Carly, I got a question for you. What do you think is a bigger threat to score when it is on the field, Zan's offense or Zan's defense?
You know, that's a very interesting question. But the way this man designs defense, I got to go with his defense. You know, he always says he's a defensive-minded player with an average offense, and even though his offense looks a lot more like above average to me, I think his defense is what can absolutely shut a game down for him and absolutely put it away. And we just saw it there on that previous drive. So we'll definitely see what DK responds with, but I think Zan's defense is very, very dangerous.
So yes, sir.
first carry there on this drive for Dalvin Cook. Gains about a yard, nothing there. DK get a no huddle here, so let's see if he can catch Zan off guard a little bit. Still in the strong H wing, still going to run the stretch, and Dalvin Cook met immediately by Clay Matthews. That's going to net him a gain of about 4 or 5 there, so we'll spot it 3rd and 5 now with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 from the 42.
Zan is using Clay Matthews right now in the 3-4 bear look. What a time to be alive. I never thought I would see a day.
And that's just... I completely agree. That's not the guy I would have pegged to be the user, and then there he is making a big play with him. So we'll see. Now we're gonna go bunch tight end here for D-Kid on 3rd and 5. He's got a long way to go here. He definitely needs a first down here. Can't afford to fall behind anymore. So we'll see what he's got here. 3rd and 5 from the 42. Play clock at 7. Drops back to pass. Looking, scanning the field. Chucks it over the middle. Beautiful play there. That's gonna be Jones making the catch. Unbelievable read there by D-Kid.
Yes, very well done. He was able to get protection there. He was able to pick up that bear blitz. Zan did not send that deep look that he sent last time where he had overwhelming pressure immediately. DK able to pick that up nicely, get the 2.5 to 3 seconds he needed to find that crosser coming across the middle there. In the hole of that coverage, kind of right behind the hook curls and in front of the blue zones, those deep halves, deep thirds and quarters. Really good find there.
Yeah, and we see Zan here making an adjustment, turning off that auto flip. Nobody knows run defense like Zan. He's unbelievable when it comes to that stuff. He's going to try to stop the stretch here. Stretch to the right, does just that. Murphy all over Dalvin Cook there, making a huge stop, still at the 44-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play. What a job there by Zan to stop the run.
And you see that Zan's user defender is the one making these stops. DK might look to start diving some of these and bumping these out to the backside away from that user defender out of the same look.
Yeah, we'll see the stretch here to the left. Zan, another great user play. Zan's defense all about gap integrity and shooting gaps and making sure you're responsible with your user. Another tremendous user play there, 3rd and 4 for DK. So
and that time DK just chose wrong. Zan chose to stop and bite down and play the move. If he would have just kept running and dusted him, he would have had a house call, but that's a 50-50 that nobody can ever know.
Yeah, unbelievable play there. We'll see what DK has here on 3rd and 4. Again, going to run the ball to the left. This time tries to spin. Nothing doing. A host of Bears there. Eventually brought down, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Zan and the Chicago Bears over D-Kid Nice, and we'll have a 4th down when we come back here.
Depending on the wind, I think he should still be in field goal range, so a chance to get on the board and still cash in on this first possession with him getting the ball at the start of the second half. We will see what happens.
Yeah, you got to believe you want points in any way necessary here against Zan. And remember, DK did force a 3-and-out on Zan's first offensive possession, so if it were me in DK's position, I would definitely take my points if it's applicable. What would you do in this situation if you were DK?
100% get on the board. You're playing possession to possession right now. You cannot afford to fall behind 2 possessions on Zan, in my opinion. I think you got to take the points here. He will not do so, though.
Looks like he's going to go for it on 4th and 6. He's going to come out in the bunch tight end. We'll have to find out if this is a move because of the wind or if it's something that he feels like he can get this first down. We'll see. 4th and 6. This could be a big play early in the game as we just get kicking off in the second quarter. He's going to motion Jones into block, looking like he's going to drop back, looking for it all. He's got a shot in the end zone. That pass is caught for a touchdown. Unbelievable play. That was definitely a shot play there. What did you like on that play?
He just hit him with a cover 3 beater. That was beautifully done. He sent out a short route on the right side, the far outside route on the bunch there, occupied the right deep third. Zan did not deep half that right deep third, and that would have stopped that cover 3 beater. You see the slot defender able to get behind that, and DK has a beautiful outside bullet throw away from the deep third in the middle of the field and behind the deep third that's been biting down on that outside route. Beautiful play design, beautiful execution there. Huge answer for DK.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Unbelievable play call, especially on 4th and 6, where you know that the first thought as a Madden player is probably going to be to stop the first down. So trying to hit him over the top. DK did just that, and now we're all even at 7.
I love the moxie there. I love how much confidence he had in that shot, because I'll tell you what, when I play Zan, I do not have the confidence. I'll even have enough time to get that throw off, let alone make the reads through my progressions.
Yes, with someone who blitzes as much as Zan does, that's an incredible patience there by D-Kid. And D-Kid's going to kick off here. Up kick to the big fella there, number 74, going to drop it down at the 30-yard line. So Zan will set up shop on his own 30-yard line with 5:53 remaining in the first half of an NFC title rematch.
Is that Jordan Mailata, the
It,
rugby
it,
star?
it absolutely 100% is. He's out there on the kickoff return team. I want to see a house call from him at some point this season.
They loved him on Good Morning Football a few years ago.
Yeah, so we'll see what Zan's got here. He's going to motion in a guy to block, run the stretch to the left with Fournette. He's going to pick up a few yards there. Call it 5 yards. Spot him at the 35-yard line, 2nd and 5. Zan going to go quick here, still in the single back wing tight U. He loves that offense. He loves running plays out of this formation. Loves passing and running. He loves the multiple threats that this formation offers. We'll see what he's got here. Hilton in motion from left to right. Zan still under center here. Loves the under center look. 9 seconds on the play clock. Going to hand the ball off again to Fournette. Fournette can't make a man miss. If he could have made that man miss, could have been a house call. Instead, he's going to end up with a 2-yard loss at the 33-yard line. 3rd and 7 now for Zan.
You see the difference here in ideology, how they want to stop the runs. Zan wants to run 3-4 bear, and DK is going to flood that line. He's running 5, 6, 7 on the line at all.
Yeah, DK stacking up a lot of guys in the box. Zan going to drop back to throw here. Going to go over the top. And Allison couldn't hang on to it. Unbelievable break there. Looked like he had a man open. Nice play there by DK. Click on. What a play there. 4th and 7 now for Zan.
That's one of those plays where I know Zan is maybe squeezing that controller a little bit tighter, saying a choice word or two, because that you look like you got it. You look like you feed it in there, squeeze that little window, thread the needle, and then all of a sudden the ball pops out there. Real unfortunate play there, but DK's defense is really impressing me right now. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, DK really bringing the defense in. Will punt, spot it out of bounds at the 19-yard line. So that's where DK Nice will set up shop here. 4:36 remaining in the first half. So Zan's going to need to bring the defense again. This is certainly not going to be a blowout. This is not going to be a one-sided affair. So they're going back and forth here. So what does Zan need to do on this defensive drive here?
I think he needs to bring that 3-4 bear blitz from deep like before. He's on the last possession. You saw him try and send it. When I say deep, I mean he's going to have that contained blitz from the weak side be off the ball. The previous time where it got picked up for the couple dots there by DK, he sent it from on the line like you would see it from a standard 3-4 bear blitz. So I think he needs to send that 3-4 bear from deep and really just be patient. Maybe not play as aggressive here, but still doing what you got to do to stop the run at all times.
Yeah, agreed. And DK Nice going to audible around and eventually run the ball to the left with Dalvin Cook. Going to pick up a few there. We'll call it 3 yards. Spot him at the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 7 with still 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. So this game far from being over here. 2nd and 7 here for DK. He's coming out.
Yeah, DK has missed some opportunities here. I think that I'm not going to say he's had bad stick, but with a little bit better stick, he could have taken a few of these to the house or gotten 20 more on top of what he's gotten.
Yeah, we even saw that in the chat. Someone mentioned with a little bit better run stick, that could have been a touchdown as he stopped here for a loss. Now 3rd and 12. Another great run defensive play by Zan. DK doing all he can to pop the run, but it is not working against Zan in the Chicago defense.
I feel for DK right there because what happened was he was trying to spin. I know for a fact he was trying to spin inside, upfield, away from that defender, but he got the unfortunate animation where he spins into the tackle to the outside and he loses 2 yards on top of it. And in the NFC Championship game, that happened, and he actually fumbled for a touchdown that Zan got. So really fortunate that didn't happen.
Yeah, so he's going to be now he's going to have to come out in the shotgun. He's got Dalvin Cook lined up on his left hip of Teddy Bridgewater. He's going to be looking to pick up the first down through the air, I got to believe. Zan, knowing that, is going to probably play more coverage on this play, send some blitz, and they're looking to drop back and throw. Is DK Nice rolling out to his right all day to throw, but nobody open. There's a man wide open, and that's McKenzie standing there all by his lonesome, not a Chicago Bear, in his zip code, down at the 50-yard line, right at midfield. Huge first down there for D-Kid.
And that time, D-Kid is able to pick up the bear blitz from the right side with the running back. He got a beautiful chip block, taking him completely out of that play, that rusher. But to be honest, he almost took too long to find McKenzie sitting there. Zan's user almost made it back to make a play on that football, if not to pick it, to make a low hit stick and knock that ball out. Still a great find here to keep this drive going.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even see him standing there. He was standing so close to the sideline with those white jerseys. He blended right in. But yeah, beautiful find there by D-Kid. Now at midfield with still 10 seconds on the play clock. Still in the shotgun. Motions Malone out. Drops back to throw. Again, going to look to throw. Check it down to Malone. Malone picks up a few. Call it 2 yards there. Now 2nd and 8. from the 48-yard line. Still tied at 7, 2:51 to go in the first half. D-Kid looking to throw now a little bit more. Comes out again in the shotgun on second down. So we'll see what Zan has here now that DK has gone to more of a passing set. Now Dalvin Cook lined up on the right hip of Teddy Bridgewater. Going to motion Malone out one more time. Going to look to pass. Here comes the blitz. There's the pressure, and there's the blitzing that we know Zan for. Quan Alexander making his presence known. Another sack there for Zan. He's got 3 on the day.
Yeah, I was just about to say, when you can drop back, pass, and get the ball off against Zan, and it's not picked or over in any way, shape, or form, that is a win. I didn't think that DK was going to be able to do that as consistently as he was doing so on this drive, because Zan with this 3-4 bear, he doesn't have one way to send it. He's got very, very many different variations to send it, make it tricky for you to pick up.
Yes, and that's the thing we've seen from Zan all year long. Basically, since this game dropped, anyone who's been watching Zan has seen him disguise that 3-4 bear and run it 100 different ways. D-Kid trying to do something here on 3rd and 15. He's going to come out in that bunch tight end set, the bunch to the left, to the wide side of the field. Dalvin Cook on the right hip of Teddy Bridgewater. We'll see Bridgewater making some adjustments out of the line. Zan doing the same on the other side of the football. So with 3rd down and 15 to go from his own 45, D-Kid's got to make something happen here. Still in shotgun, 2 minutes to go in the first half. We'll see what he's got here on 3rd down. He's going to motion McKenzie in to block. He drops back to throw. Going up top to George Kittle. That's incomplete. No, it's picked off by Toure. A tipped pick there for Zan. And Zan now with 2 turnovers. One results in a touchdown. This one results in him taking over and setting up shop on his own 48. What a play on defense by Zan.
That is a great play by Zan. Really unfortunate animation there. You know, every Madden player, when they throw a pass and it gets tipped up, picked off, a little part of them inside dies. But realistically, let's look at this in perspective. DK has stopped Zan on both of his offensive possessions here. His defense has been nice. Those 7 points came from a defensive play, a scoop 6. The question now is, can DK continue to be consistent on defense?
Oh, here goes Zan. Another huge run there for Leonard Fournette. I completely agree. DK did a nice job of bottling him up. That's the first big play that DK has really given up. It's a huge run there by Leonard Fournette to put Zan in great position, already in field goal range to end the second half here. Now Fournette going to carry the ball again, this time to the left side. Picks up 3 more. 7 carries, 29 yards on the day for Leonard Fournette. Not a bad day at the office for D-Kid on defense if you're only giving up 29 yards to Zan, who likes to run the football. He's going to run the ball 3rd straight time. This time he's going to be met by Jackson. That is D-Kid's user, Eddie Jackson, right face-to-face. Leonard Fournette brought down. Now will be at the 33-yard line, 3rd and 7 for Zan. Again, going to come out. 3 straight plays in the single back wing tight U. Going tempo here. Trying to keep D-Kid off on his heels here. 24 seconds to go. D-Kid, another great defensive play on the run game. And now Zan is facing a 4th down here with only 18 seconds to go in the half.
I don't think that was more so Zan trying to keep D-Kid on his heels. I think that was more so Zan trying to keep D-Kid's offense off of the field there. Saw him on those 3 plays tick the clock down a pretty substantial amount there. I think he being Zan is very content taking that down, taking the 3 points, taking that 1 possession lead in this dogfight, and knowing he will not be getting this possession to start off.
Well, Zan does just that. He kicks the field goal, and now he goes up 10-7. Just 12 seconds remain in the first half. So here, Zan going to kick the ball up, and obviously you're just looking to keep DK from doing anything crazy on the return or giving up a big play right before half.
And, you know, D-Kid is always going to be looking for that big play. Is he going to come out here in stretch look and bomb it, or is he going to try and run a stretch and trust his stick there? It's Madden, and we've seen 1 plays on stretches, so we will see what happens. I expect Zan to come out in 3-4 bear regardless.
Yeah, we've definitely seen crazy plays happen right before half. Zan obviously going to do everything he can to keep D-Kid from getting any kind of big play here and just get to half with the 10-7 lead, knowing that he has to kick off to start the second half. So DK going to run the stretch to the right, and Dalvin Cook spins inside, picks up a couple of yards after making a man miss, but is eventually brought down at the 27. DK will take a timeout there.
Ooh, good spin inside. Almost got that leverage to bust it up the seam. That is a play that looked very familiar from something I like to run in 18, where you would run that stretcher toss, bump it outside. The spin was so strong, you just spin it inside the blocker. Sometimes you get 3 guys and just cut it upfield.
Absolutely. I refer to that as the Madden 18 special. The spin move was so powerful in that game. It looks like DK was going back there. Again, good stick work there by DK trying to get loose. Cannot find any room there. Picks up about 5 yards, but 1 second remains on the clock. 3rd down and 3 now for DK.
Man, with these runs for DK, it's always this one last defender, that one last guy that gets him at the line with open field in front of him.
Yes,
really frustrating.
DK has been tackled one-on-one multiple times in this game. That could have resulted in house calls if he wins that battle. So we'll see what he's got here. 3rd and 3, 1 second to go before half. He's going to run the ball again. Dalvin Cook now stumbles, and that'll take us to the end of the half. 12 rushes for 30 yards on the day for Dalvin Cook. Both these guys stopping the opponent's main source of offense in the run game. So what did you like in that first half?
I liked how DK was able to move the ball in the pass game a little bit, and not just one way. You know, you saw him look for some deep passes, obviously his touchdown, some short drags and stuff like that. So offensively, I think DK's moving the ball really good efficiently, and he's doing a decent job mixing the ball up there. And defensively, he's doing a great job as well. Offensively, I think Zan has got to find a way to punch through this defense that DK is bringing, because he has not done so far. It's been one play in that first half, really, in the end there, to get him into field goal range for the points. I think that Zan will eventually find a way to incorporate his short passing game.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I was very pleasantly surprised with how these guys have stopped the run game on both sides of the ball. As Dalvin Cook carries the ball again to the left, again, nothing really doing there, picks up 2 yards, but these are two of the most proficient runners in the Pigskin Junkies League, and both of them have been held in check thus far. Both of them doing a decently good job of responding through the air, so we'll see what DK does here on 2nd and 8. It looks like he's going to come out in that I-form H tight, so probably looking to run the ball again. I'm waiting to see if either of these guys tries to pop an RPO at some point. Would you expect that out of these guys at all, an RPO from the stretch look?
Kind of what I was hinting at when I was talking about Zan getting to a short pass game, because with how much pressure DK usually sends and how close everybody is on the line, I think he is very open to an RPO look to the slot receiver coming out. But Zan, on the other hand, he's usually very ready for that. Whenever you see a receiver in the bunch like that, he's playing him.
And there we go. DK tries to take a shot downfield, throws it up for grabs, and it's picked off by Kevin King. Zan looking to do some damage on the return now. So another turnover there for Zan as he continues to play the most stifling defense we've seen in the Pigskin Junkies League. He'll now set up shop on his own 49, just this side of midfield. Another huge play there for Zan on defense.
I think DK was looking for that. Another cover 3 beater to that deep crosser or deep post from right to left. But that time, I think Zan had the deep halves up to prevent that. Very unfortunate. I like the aggressive play calling, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you there. It looked like that's what DK was going for, looking for the cover 3 bomb. Now, Zan trying to run the ball to the right side of the field. Nothing doing there. Continued great run defense there by DK, so we'll see what Zan does. Still in the single back wing tight U. Loves that formation on his own 44 now after a loss of 5. Looking to run the ball. This time it's again Eddie Jackson, the user for DK and those Carolina Panthers. What a play there to stop the run. Now Zan's lost 5 yards on 2 straight plays. That sets him up with 3rd and 20.
And this is not an ideal down and distance here for Zan, because DK is going to send some heat. DK's user run defense with Eddie Jackson has been superb this game.
Yeah, absolutely. That Eddie Jackson with that X under his feet, been a tremendous user player for DK and the Carolina Panthers. We'll see what Zan goes to on 3rd and 20. Not a lot of plays in your bag for 3rd and 20. And Madden, though, probably trying to just get at least half of it back. Going to drop back to throw here. Looking, fires. He's got a man. T.Y. Hilton beat his man all the way. 10-5. Touchdown, Zan. What a play call there. Absolutely exposing that corner on the left side. What'd you see on that play?
I saw Zan see that he had a one-on-one look with a press corner on his speedy wide receiver with no safety immediately over the top. He was reading to see if that safety would go over and help the one-on-one look. He did not, and T.Y. Hilton dusted him immediately off the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be an easy touchdown. T.Y. Hilton may even have streak specialist, and if you recall, T.Y. Hilton for Zan had the big play in the Super Bowl to kind of help get that last score.
Yes, he did. Yeah, absolutely. And Caleb the Messiah in the chat says, can't press in CFM, and Zan just proved that there. T.Y. Hilton, absolutely a smoke show up the left sideline for an easy touchdown there for Zan. So now Zan leads 17-7. DK going to run the ball to the right side here on 1st down. He's met immediately by Zan and the Chicago Bears. So that'll be a no gain on the play, 2nd and 10 from his own 25.
And this is what scenario I was describing earlier that you do not want to find yourself in against Zan. You're down 2 possessions now, and he is going to play the clock on offense. It's going to be very hard for you to move the ball on defense, or for you to move the ball on offense. Not ideal for DK right now.
Yeah, Zan, one of the best run stoppers in the league. Dalvin Cook spins and gets loose. Is he going to take it across the 50, across midfield, down to the 40-yard line? Finally, a big play there for DK as Dalvin Cook takes it all the way down to the 38-yard line, and now that'll be 1st and 10 for DK Nice.
And again, you called it that Madden 18 special. Bump everybody out wide, then spin them inside the blockers, and cut it up for a big gain. I like seeing it. It's just throwback. It's nostalgic.
Yep, the beautiful play there by DK. Going back in his Madden 18 tricks there. Picks up 5 on the subsequent plays. So now it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 33-yard line. Again, going to come out in that I form. Has been running it all game. No reason to stop now. Looking like he's probably going to hand the ball to Dalvin Cook here. We'll see what he does. Zan trying to make sure he does not give up another huge run. He's up 10. Does not want to give up another touchdown here. Handoff to the right side. That is Mostert this time, not Dalvin Cook. So he hands the ball to Mostert. Dalvin Cook probably tired after that long run.
Yep, Raheem Mostert, the real NFC Championship hero from this past NFL season. If you're DK, you got to play smart here. You cannot stay behind the run. You got plenty of time. You're in field goal range. Don't take a sack. Don't follow it behind that down in distance. And
there's a huge play on 3rd and short from Zan. 3rd and 1. And that's a loss of 1. And that is going to bring up 4th and 2 for DK. Probably going to go for it here, but what a play by Zan to not give up a first down on 3rd and short.
I would play possessions. I know I haven't played much this year, so I've lost my ways a little bit, everybody. I'm a CFM player now. But as I was saying, this is a game of possessions, and if you have an opportunity to take it to one possession right now, late right here, I think you need to do it. I really hope DK converts.
I completely agree with you there. He's coming out in that bunch tight end again. Loves that bunch tight end in these 4th and short situations, and 4th and medium. We saw it the last time, but last time did not go well. Going to drop back to throw here. Looking, fires over the middle. That's Kittle again. This time Kittle holds on to the ball. Last time we saw a tipped interception, picks up the first down, so now it'll be 1st and 10 from the 24.
Great read on the drag. Zan had nobody in that left hard flat, and that defender that he threw underneath was playing a hook curl zone. So good read there by DK to keep this drive going. Huge roll the dice, though. Got to cash in on points here. You got to think he's thinking touchdown if he's going to do that.
Yeah, at this point, he's got to be thinking 6 and nothing less than that. He's going to come out in the I-form H tight again from the 24-yard line. 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter of this game. Motions the receiver across. Going to hand the ball off to the left. And another great run defensive play there by Zan. 17 carries for 76 yards for Dalvin Cook. Most of that came on one play where he got over 30 yards. So Zan done a great job of bottling up the run here. Now it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line. Again in the I-form H tight. Does DK have another big run in him as we approach 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter? Looks like DK thinking about it a little bit, maybe reading the defense, hands the ball off to the right side. Dalvin Cook tries to cut it back to the left. Nobody there except a host of Chicago Bears. Now DK going to go no huddle here as we approach 10 seconds to go. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Still in the I form, 3rd down and 7 from Zan's 20. So he's in the red zone. Can he punch it in here? He needs points on this drive without a doubt. And now the clock will expire before he gets the playoffs. So we head to the 4th quarter. Put your 4s up in the chat as Zan leads 17-7 over the Carolina Panthers and D-Kid Nice as we approach the 4th quarter here.
Now, on this down and distance for this play, I have not seen DK do this yet, and I don't think it's in his arsenal, but that would be a greatest time for when Zan is not expecting it. Exploit these hard flats. Exploit like a down or an out and an in at the sticks, a smart routed out and in. So try and hit a throw on the break. If he's not in a curl flat or not, if he's not in a soft squat, you should have the throw. Yeah, we'll see what this guy is coming out in the I-form close slot. The 2 receivers lined up to the left. He's going to motion Zay Jones across from the left to the right. Now he's lined up offset of George Kittle over there on the right. What a hit stick there in the backfield. I don't know what DK had drawn up there, but I'm sure that wasn't it. What a play there. Zan now forces a 4th and 9 on DK. And that is Bobby Wagner. That is the league's only enforcer, if I'm not mistaken, and that is what you expect. And DK is going to settle for 3 here. That is what you get when you play with abilities on All Madden Pro or on All Madden Competitive. Sometimes they just activate and make the play that you want or don't want.
Yeah, what a play by Bobby Wagner there. Absolutely laying the wood on Dalvin Cook there. So DK takes his three. We'll end up with a 17-10 score. 5:33 remaining in the fourth quarter. DK set to kick off the Zan. Zan looking to play ball control here, I'm sure. What are you looking for Zan on this offensive drive as he gets set to return?
He has been really bottled up on his stretches. So I think a look that he should try and go to, and that's actually almost a really good kick. Goes out of bounds. I think that he should look to. We have not seen Zan take these dives and bump him outside yet off tackle, which he's done. So I think that should be something he works in here. And like we were saying on the last drive, some RPOs maybe, because we see all these bodies here. If you get two receivers out there with him one unoccupied, hit him with an RPO.
Yeah, this looks like a vulnerable RPO look to me as well, as he carries the ball there on the stretch for 1 yard. So 2nd and 9. We saw DK kick the ball out of bounds. Now, whether that was wind related or whether he was trying to up kick or whatever the case is, that puts Zan on the 40. So after the gain of 1, we'll put him on his own 41, 9 yards shy of midfield. See what he's got here on 2nd and 9. Motions the receiver across from right to left. We saw T.Y. Hilton make a play earlier. He's going to motion him back across the other way now from the left to the right. 8 seconds on the play clock. Stretch to the right, and he's met immediately, but Leonard Fournette breaks the tackle. What a play there by Leonard Fournette as he breaks the tackle. That would have been a tackle for loss. Instead, nets him a gain of 6, and that'll be 3rd and 3 now.
Leonard Fournette was due for one of those. I'm surprised it wasn't a bigger animation. That's just what you get when you're playing with a backfield like that. That is 93 speed, 95 trucking, and he is a load.
Yep, there he is. And Leonard Fournette, again, there's the arm bar, stiff arm. Didn't pop up, but that was the animation for the arm bar there. So he throws him into the ground, gains 1 after being met in the backfield on 2 straight plays. So now Zan faced with an interesting 4th and 2. What would you do here in Zan's shoes?
If I'm Zan, honestly, I think I might try and go for this. Zan has been averaging more than 2 yards of play every play, with the exception of stretches where it's been 50-50. So, we see Zan getting tricked.
Yeah, we saw Zan sub in Leonard Fournette as the up back. Will DK notice and be ready for a fake? He's in the regular punt return. Now he's manned up over the running back. Looks like he might be ready for a fake here. That was a brilliant sub by Zan. Looks like DK noticed, though. He does see Leonard Fournette there. He's manned up over the... And Zan does indeed punt. He will punt it out. What kind of spot are we going to get here? Spot it out at the 7. So a good punt from Zan that'll put DK back inside his own 10.
I love the creativity there. I love testing waters, dipping his toes in there, seeing if he could get that look off there. That end around from that punt with that fake has been a high efficiency look all year, in my opinion, 2 or shorter. I would have liked him to see to roll the dice there. I would have thought he was going to go for it there. But with a dive or something. So now DK is 3 minutes, 41 seconds to drive 93 yards.
Yeah, so DK's got 3 minutes, 41 seconds from his own 7. He's got to go 93 yards. Got to put his John Elway hat on and put together a drive to try to tie this game up here as he starts off with a handoff to Dalvin Cook, gain of 1. So still 2nd and 9, only still spotted at the 7, so they didn't even net him a full yard there. So again, in the strong H-wing, we'll see what DK has here on 2nd and 9. 3:16 to go. Audibling around now. Looks like he's going to go down to that I-form H tight. That's exactly what he does here. Stretch to the right now. Dalvin Cook looking to get some space, and there's Zan and his user. He's eventually brought down there by Flowers, but Zan's user definitely made DK think about that.
And DK's got to think this is the last possession he will get this game. That's the mentality he's got to approach this drive with. So you would think he would be aggressive here, maybe look for a big pass. In my opinion, I think he should play for 4 downs. Try and get 3, 4, pick a play that can get you 3 or 4 yards or get you 8 yards if it's blocking sets up properly.
Yes, and now DK continues the Oakland tour here with the gun tight slots halfback week as he looks. He's in trouble in the end zone. I thought that was coming. There's Bobby Wagner again. This time it's a safety. What a play there by Zan, and another heartbreaking sack there for D-Kid Nice.
Just too long, holding the ball too long. You cannot assume you're going to get longer than seconds against Zan. If you get 3 seconds of protection against Zan, your line is 1. If you take longer than that, you need to do something to get that ball out of your hand.
I completely agree, and as someone who ran the gun tight slots halfback week from the Oakland playbook myself, I know it's a very good formation, but it does require a lot of pass pro, and Zan just does not give you the time.
Yeah, his concepts on that play looked like he was setting up deep. I think his shortest route was a short crosser 5 yards down the field. But even then, I want to have like 2 or 3 short reads there.
And here goes Leonard Fournette, and that is the play you cannot give up if you're DK. The stretch to the left turns into a house call for Zan. So he goes from the 18 all the way to the end zone. The 82-yard touchdown run by Leonard Fournette, and that is the backbreaker moment for DK that he just could not afford.
I think the backbreaker was a safety. I think that's the kill shot right there.
Yeah, absolutely. What a play by Zan.
Oh yeah, it was due. It was coming because DK, with how he's playing his run defense, he was putting a lot of responsibility on his safeties to pick that up there. And once one of those safeties got picked up by the fullback, I think that was Jordan Mailata, was going to be a house call.
Yeah, absolutely. Zan does not get the 2-point conversion here, but he's up 15 with just over 2 minutes to go after the 82-yard run by Leonard Fournette. So DK's got to get points. He's got to get them quick.
Yes, he does. Big passes coming here. You're either going to see some great pass protection, some great passing, or you're going to see some sacks from Zan, which is going to be unfortunate. Realistically, in my opinion, once this game hit a 2-possession deficit, once it hit that 19-10 mark, I was already kind of looking for the fat lady to start singing.
Yeah, absolutely. Zan is a tough player, and getting down 2 possessions, especially in the fourth quarter, very tough to overcome. Obviously, that punt by Zan that pinned DK back was so huge, and it led to the eventual safety. So now DK will take over and set up shop on his own 31 this time. Only 2:08 remaining. Looks like he's going to come out again in that gun tight slots halfback week that he tried to run on the safety. We'll see what he's got here. He's got Dalvin Cook lined up on the left tip of Teddy Bridgewater. Going to motion McKenzie from the left to the right here. Again, 2:08 remaining, so he's got to go quick. We'll see what he's got against.
Looking for deep crossers.
Yes, drops back to throw, rolling out to the right, fires for a corner route. That's Malone. That's complete. That's a first down and a whole lot more out at the 44-yard line. Beautiful play call there by D-Kid Nice.
Exactly. The deep corners are a play that's always going to be a strong one if it is not covered by a user or manned up or given some sort of special attention. And you see D-Kid rolling out to avoid that pressure there. Zane will probably change his blitz look here.
Yeah, absolutely. So huge play there for D-Kid. Exactly what the doctor ordered on first down when you're down big. So first and 10 from the 44-yard line. Still 2:03 to go. All 3 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. Going to drop back again. No pressure anywhere in the zip code for Teddy Bridgewater. Now here comes some. Finally has to throw the ball away. But D-Kid had all day to throw, but there was no one open.
I think he sent a bunch of routes vertical there, and Zan played a bunch of deep coverage. So that's just kind of what's going to happen when you don't have a check down. Check down looked like it was a short out or a comeback on the left side of the field, but even then the defender was a little bit behind him. Zan could have clicked on and picked there. Good decision to throw it away.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll save you another down. Here comes the jet touch pass. I was going to say spread wide flex usually means jet touch packs. There it is to McKenzie. McKenzie picks up a nice chunky yardage down to the 36. Call it 8 yards. Now it'll be 3rd and 2. No huddle here for D-Kid again in the spread wide flex. Motions the man across and runs the touch pass again. This time nobody there except a couple of Bears that bring him down. So loss of yards on that play. So now it's 4th and 6 after a loss of 4.
I thought that he could have cut that upfield there potentially in between or inside of the tackle for a decent gain. But because once you run that play, if you run it consecutively 2 times, the outside's not going to be there. Zan's going to know that. He's going to take that away with his user. But that's where you set him up with the outside and take the inside.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful play there by Zan. Again, in the shotgun formation, spreading it out is D-Kid. 4th down, 4th in the game here. Checks it down over the middle and they're not going to give him the spot. I wondered about that. They're going to mark him short. Looked like a gain of 4. They're going to spot it as a gain of 3.5. And that'll be a turnover on downs, and that should be GG's for Zan.
That is the danger of the low balls. You
That
live
was
by
an
them and you
awful
die by
spot.
them. As someone who
I'm
throws
sorry,
a lot of
DK.
you throw that low ball, and it's a safe catch. You're going to get it, but sometimes you're going to be a half yard or a yard short where you need to be, and that's what happened right there.
Yeah, and you just heard Zan come back on the mic and say that was an awful spot. I tend to agree. That tends to happen a lot in Madden is you get the spot or you don't. That's really what it comes down to, and that's pretty much going to do it here. Zan going to just trickle out the clock and maybe rack up some extra XP for some guys. But what a game we saw from the 2 top titans of the NFC. We saw them meet up in the NFC Championship game last year. This year, a similar result as far as the victor goes. What did you like from DK? What did you not like?
I liked from DK. You saw DK, as we mentioned, was the league's rushing leader last year by hefty margin on top of Zan. So I liked how when Zan took away his run game with Dalvin Cook, he was able to make some headway in the pass game. He was able to find ways to find protection. And, we saw his touchdown was a beautiful cover 3 beater where Zan didn't hit a deep half on that one side with the deep third. So DK showed off some versatility here when he gets into a tough spot. And realistically, let's also remember that if DK throws the ball away for Zan's first touchdown, this game is also much closer than it appears.
Yeah, absolutely. That turnover, that scoop and score was a huge play that should have been, if DK throws that ball away, it'd be completely different, obviously. So there we go. That's going to be the final score here as we wrap it up here from week 1 of season 2 of the Pigskin Junkies League. On the Pigskin Junkies channel, I'm McCarley330. He's the Freeze. So again, guys, we appreciate everyone coming out in the chat today to watch today's game. We're going to be doing games of the week every week. We advance every 48 hours, so that means there could be as many as 3 games on this channel per week. So make sure you're always tuning in. Make sure you always have our notifications set to go live. And we'll be here. It won't always be me and the Freeze, but it'll definitely be some combination of the guys that are in the Pigskin Junkies League. So we're having a blast. Freeze, what did you take away from this game as far as where the NFC is headed in season 2?
Zan's target on his back is still there, but giving this man his first L is going to be a tough task. You're going to have to be creative. And really, if you watch him a lot, you can try and pick the best parts of what his opponents have done to him so far. And you try and find those. There's not much of those moments to pick from. It's really whenever Zan makes a mistake. You saw in this play or this game, the biggest mistake for the touchdown that he had was not deep having a deep third in a cover 3 look. That's what got a 3 beater. If Zan does that, this is a shutout.
Yeah, it actually looks like that's what he's reviewing right now. Obviously, this is Zan's stream, so if you are interested in checking out his post-game breakdown, you can head over to twitch.tv/ozano, and he will absolutely be breaking this down, I'm sure. But yeah, I completely agree with you there. I think Zan's still the guy to beat in the NFC. Obviously, he hasn't lost a game yet. DK played a great game, for the most part. A couple of costly turnovers, and that's the difference in the game. But all in all,
when you do a deep third, the deep third is slow to get out of the back pedal, so he's not going to catch up to that slot vertical. If you deep have him, he just starts running right away.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the kind of thing that Zan spends time in the lab, and the guys who lab the game know that for sure. So, been a great game. I had a blast calling the game with the Freeze. Again, guys, for those of you still in the chat, just a reminder, we will be calling a game of the week on this channel, and we advance every 48 hours. So that means there'll be a game of the week on this channel every 48-ish hours. Stay tuned to our Twitter. I'm going to put up our logo here, so it has our Twitter handle. It has our Twitter handle on there, so you guys can see that. Make sure you're following at PSJ Madden CFM. That's where all our updates and our plays of the week are tweeted out, all that stuff. Freeze, I had a blast calling the game with you today, man. I really did.
You as well, McCarley. Always a pleasure and always fun game. I look forward to the next time we are on the call. Like you were saying, I don't believe it will be us in tandem next week. And when we say week, we mean 48 hours every 2 days. So I don't think it will be us in tandem the next 2-day stretch. But as I said, it'll be someone very sufficient, someone that will do a great job, and I look forward to hearing them and taking a break and enjoying watching the week next week. Pigskin Junkies.
Absolutely, I completely agree. I want to thank everyone in the chat for coming out and watching the stream and enjoying the stream with us. We are going to go ahead and raid Zan's channel. He is still live. He will still be streaming for a while. He's our defending NFC champion. He's our defending Super Bowl champion. He's one of the commissioners of the Pigskin Junkie CFM. So I encourage you all to hang out in his chat and continue to watch the stream. And he's been great. He's been a great player. He's been a great friend. He's a good guy. So if you aren't familiar with him, which I doubt, I'm sure everyone knows who he is. But make sure you hang out in his chat. We're going to send you guys over to him. But again, I'm McCarley330. He's the Freeze. We've had a great time calling the game for you, and we appreciate you guys hanging out. And we'll see you guys next time right here on this channel.
Later.